An all new Ark M starts here. The latest development in saving the derelict and despondent of our society is a facility known as Ark M, a fully operational institution that has played a rather sizable part, on purpose or not, in the creation of evil, and it's active. So when Bruce tries infiltrate it and distill its secrets, a new villain from Gotham City arrives to deal with the problem. An old adversary of Alfred's, a man known only as Bane. Absolute Batman Volume 1, Issue 9, Abomination Part 1. In neutral, by Alia, the leaders of the warring Middle Eastern nations, Iraq and Kandak, meet for a historic peace conference. After a century of war, during which generations of their people have perished, including members of both leaders' families, they have grown wary of the endless conflict. Determined to bring it to an end, they sit down for face-to-face negotiations. The talks are successful. They reach a mutual acceptable agreement and plan to announce the peace deal the following day. However, as they prepare to leave the hotel room where the negotiations took place, they notice blood seeping from beneath the floor. When they open it, they are met with a terrifying sight. A massive man stands before them, masked with tubes snaking into his body. Bane. He tells them that one of them will die and the other will take responsibility for the murder in order to reignite the war. The leader of Kandak stands defiant, but Omar, the leader of Kurak, agrees, choosing to save his own life. Without hesitation, Bane crushes the Kandik president's skull with one hand, killing him instantly. He turns to Omar and instructs him, tomorrow you will publicly order an escalation of hostilities. As Bane leaves, he receives a call from his employers, JK Holdings, with new orders. Go to Gotham City. In Gotham, it has been 2 weeks since Waylon Jones went missing. During that time, Batman has been waging a one-man war against the city's underworld in search of him, leaving nearly the entire Maroni and Falcone gangs hospitalized. We are introduced to Dick Grayson, an EMT we know as Robin, who is fed up with the carnage Batman has been unleashing on the streets. Since none of the criminals know anything about Wayland, Batman decides to seek answers from the other side of the law. He contacts Barbara Gordon through a communicator built into the mask he once abandoned, a mask he chose to keep rather than turn in as evidence. Batman asks her to find out where Wayland is, and Barbara is able to pull up a police file on him. They meet at Gotham Zoo, where Barbara asks why he came to her. Batman replies simply, because you're a good cop. Barbara then reveals that according to the file, Wayland was arrested and imprisoned at Ark M, supposedly for breaking curfew. Bruce meets with his friends and Alfred, sharing what he has discovered, and they all agree it makes no sense for someone to be sent to a maximum security prison for such a minor offense. Harvey adds that the city has already seized Wayland's properties through eminent domain, which implies they never expected him to leave Ark M. Alfred warns of rumors about terrible things happening in the Arks. Bruce then tells them what he overheard Fry saying to his bosses about the snow marking people for tracking and genetic profiling. Oz questions how Ark M could already be operational when construction only started a few months ago. Harvey explains that JK Industries purchased the land after the 19th century hospital that once stood there burned down, and they've secretly been developing it ever since. Ark M retains much of the original piping and ventilation, and Bruce has studied the old blueprints. He believes he's found a way inside. Eddie agrees to build a device that can shut down the electronic surveillance. Harvey says he can get Wayland into a witness protection in Metropolis once they escape. Oz, hesitant, suggests they should flee the city instead, pointing out how crazy this plan sounds. Bruce, in a sudden flash of anger, yells at him, but Oz calmly replies that just because it's crazy doesn't mean it shouldn't be done. Meanwhile, Jim Gordon and Martha Wayne are clearing out their campaign office. The news on TV reports Mayor Hill's plan for an even more authoritarian crackdown. Martha urges Jim to speak out publicly against Hill, but Jim replies that his time in the frontline politics is over. He says, it's your turn to lead now. Martha responds that she's not going to run for mayor, but Jim tells her he'll support her no matter what she decides. We cut to a flashback with Bruce and Selina celebrating a job well done on top of a stack of cash. Selina has always been there for Bruce even since they were young. It's a rare romantic moment between them, but the moment is interrupted by Waylon Jones' Killer Croc, who barges in to tell Bruce about a big fight he had and that he won against some people, but whiskey was involved. Waylon says he's there because he wants Bruce to train. He also raises an eyebrow at all the money lying on the bed, clearly curious or maybe suspicious. Bruce and Alfred drive the Batmobile underwater toward the island. Bruce exits and swims out while Alfred remotely guides him through a series of submerged caverns leading to Ark M's main pipeline. Bruce climbs along the exterior of the massive pipe until he finds the point where it connects to the rock face. He cuts his way in, but Alfred warns him that according to blueprints, he'll still at least 100 meters below the prison. Bruce crawls through the narrow pipe until he finds a crate. Peering through it, he sees a vast, sprawling underground complex of interconnected buildings. He realizes the truth. The prison on the surface is just a decoy. This is a massive structure beneath the earth, is the real Ark M. Bruce drops down into the facility, and Alfred immediately loses contact with him. We shift to Alfred Pennyworth's thoughts. Why didn't you say what you really wanted to earlier, you old fool? Instead of just justice, good luck. So what if it wouldn't have made a difference? You still should have warned him. Warned him that back in England, you learned your worst fear was true. That everything happened here in Gotham is part of something bigger, connected to the real threat, the terrible thing. You should have talked to him because you've been exactly where he is now. You know what it's like to believe you can save them, the ones you care about, your brother in arms, only to find out you can't, to watch them because strangers, enemies. Even now, you remember what it felt like to have the faith, to believe that the fight was a matter of strategy, of battles, of maps and grounds, something quantifiable, something you could win, but you didn't understand, you didn't see. You crossed over that this wasn't just a war. It was the war, the one behind all the others, the war with no rules, the one that never ends, ancient as stone and fresh as newborn's blood. You should have told him because you remember exactly what it feels like the first time when you finally see it, when you finally understand what you're up against. Alfred knows there's a much bigger picture at play, and he understands exactly what they're up against. It's also hinted that Slade Wilson, also known as Deathstroke, Alfred's former partner in arms, is now working with the Joker. But the Joker is no ordinary criminal. He's ancient and more powerful than anyone realizes. Alfred doesn't want Bruce to repeat his mistakes. More than anything, he wants Bruce to succeed, to survive, and to truly understand the enemy he's facing. Batman to himself, damn it, Pennyworth, come in. I don't know what I'm looking at anymore. Bruce walks through Ark M's darkened hallways. In the flickering light, he sees a window set in the wall. Behind it, human-sized bat skeleton. Man-Bat. Alfred narrating. For the first time, I hear fear in his voice. No, I'm not there. No one is there with you in this moment. You're alone. You and the monster. Suddenly, Batman finds himself face to face with Bane, who knocks him back with a powerful kick. Bane. Hello. Go on. It's okay. Batman throws his bat thumbs at Bane, stabbing him in the chest, but Bane shows no sign of pain. Bane calmly, you can advance now. Batman charges, but Bane simply stands there unflinching, calmly encouraging him to attack. Bruce charges at Bane and throws a punch at his face, but Bane easily blocks it and paralyzes Batman's arms with a precise nerve strike. Bruce tries to keep fighting, but Bane quickly paralyzes the other arm, then one of his legs. As Bruce struggles to stay on his feet, Bane calmly speaks. It's all right. Focus. Look at me. Hey, up here. That's right. You still got your legs. Then Bane wobbles Batman in the face, sending him crashing back. Batman gritting his teeth. Is that all you got? Come on. I only need one leg to kick your ass. Bane, calmly, almost amused. Batman says, juiced up, friend? Bane replies, I haven't even used the stuff yet. He presses a trigger. Venom begins to surge through his body, his muscles bulging, veins pulsing unnaturally. Batman, staring in shock. What are you? Bane, looming over Batman. Call me Bane. Welcome to your new home. Now let's get you prepped for surgery. He grabs Batman, grotesquely massive An abomination of muscle and venom. The size difference is staggering. This is Ultimate Bane, a living weapon, monstrous evolution. Next, Absolute Batman Volume 1, Issue 10, Abomination Part 2.